Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here for the first time with Autopsy Simulator. So, from what I gathered from the description and stuff, it's sort of like the Mortician's assistant. You know, that horror demon game thingy. But apparently we're like meant to be helping cops or something. I don't know. So we're gonna do story mode. 1991. Let's go. Yes, the music is low because I didn't want to do any copywriting stuff. Prologue.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Pete'sville. Dr. Jack Hadman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists.
Fair.
They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time? They definitely pay me too little for this.
Read SK. I couldn't find you at home. Starting to suspect you're avoiding me. Anyways, you know, I'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievements. Would like to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. Let me call you this evening. I hope to find you at home or at the office. Right then. What does that say? Centrifuge params.
They definitely pay me too little for this. It won't be needed for the next few months. Wednesday. It's not my favorite day, although it's certainly better than Monday. I guess it was in another life.
Ooh, that turns really quick.
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine. Stephen didn't clean up after himself again.
Alright, it's not a bad little... Let's close the window. Letting in a draft. Can I open any drawers? Oh. Good. Ooh. What's in here? So I'm guessing we share our desk with somebody. Okay. I'm just nosing about at this point. Oh. Don't tell me it's one of those games where I can just open everything. Wait, is that the Playboy section? No, wait, that's... Can I duck? Crouch? Press every button to see what happens? I mean, in a new game, you gotta explore everything. Oh, what's that?
Another kidnapping this month.
Alright then. But hey, look, at least we have feet. And we are in our groovy apron. Is this the bathroom? Out of
But
order.
the word is, the lab will be open tomorrow.
Ooh. Oh, okay, we got somebody on the table already.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work.
Hey, we look dapper with that hat. Oma's Donuts.
Seems to be set up and ready to go.
Thank you. Hey, bud. Very hairy fella. Yeah, I think the, consensus is you're dead.
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. A considerable collection.
Ooh.
I need to fetch the camera.
We can fit 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 by 3, so we can fit like 12 people in here. Toby Chambers. Alright. It's gonna be interesting. Looks like we'd be chopping stuff up.
It's
Hey, where's
been
our
a
defib?
while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard now.
Oh, it's an eye wash? I thought it was a defib. Oh, wait, this is in 1991. They didn't have those defibs then, did they? Well, they had defibs, but not the ones that we have, like, on the corner and stuff now. No, I don't want to go in there yet. Storage. What is the camera?
Pills first, Jack. Pills. I don't see any need to mess with the electrics.
Right, so if the
They are
electrics go
flaky
off,
enough
at least I
as it
know where
is.
they are. Why all these windows be open? Who'll be leaving all the lights on? Time to go home.
Let's hope I'm not caught short this evening.
Why, what's that? Social room.
Okay, time to pull myself together
Why'd we break the window?
and get
Yeah.
back to work. I need to set up the camera first.
Ooh. Right then. Out of order does not work. Well, I mean, if you gotta go, you're gonna find a place to go. Just saying. Okay, I gotta do one thing. That one. Oh, it's a little bit better.
Now remember,
Come here,
Jack.
camera.
Don't forget, hit the record button this time.
Oh, we are evidently a professional then.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Nah, don't look sturdy enough. Look at his legs. Looks flimsy.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Oh. There we go. Aim at his toes and we got it dead on.
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will
Hi,
have the
guys.
dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Yeah. Alright. Take a look at the chalkboard. Okay. Nothing's going on. Do I have to turn the camera? Nope. Okay.
Scalpel,
Oh, it's good habits.
Scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
What?
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, Magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Take a look at the chalkboard. I'm looking at the chalkboard.
A considerable collection.
I mean, I looked at the chalkboard. Nothing's going on it. It's not in the sink, evidently.
Scalpel, scissors.
Okay, I'm a little bit puzzled now. Where are the controls? Right, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit more. A little bit quicker. What, do I just stare at it? Oh! Alright, how do I... Look. Have I broke it? Alright, take us out of here. Put us back in and we'll see if it...
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hanman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Alright.
Okay, time to pull myself together. And get back to work. I've already taken my pills. Not looking to overdose. I need to set the camera
Maybe
first.
we're in the right place if that's the
But the word
case.
is, the lab will be open tomorrow. Now remember, Jack. Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up. Now, I just have to get everything in frame. This should be fine. November 20th, 19... Recording from this autopsy.
Yep, whatever.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Right. Stop. Okay, so it says take a look at the chalkboard. Is that the chalkboard? I thought this was the chalkboard. Oh.
Let's start. Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Ew, fun. Step 2.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased.
Stop.
Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time. In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process. During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself. Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
Okay, so food coupon.
The deceased's name is
$50?
Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
How did you get this then? Oh, New Orleans Support Department. Oh, okay, gotcha.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows. The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
So who the hell would kill a homeless fella?
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased. Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it.
So he's homeless, obviously on support there for food. Known to be a drunk.
It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I can't start the procedure without gloves.
Gloves. Where are the gloves? Missing gloves. Oh, there.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. Let's see. Aha! There you are.
Is there anything lit up?
Here somewhere. As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo.
Okay.
Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame. Voila! Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time.
I mean,
Look
I
at the
forgot
corpse
his
from
toes.
different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Aye. Well, I know when we was passing by, there was a thingy on his head.
That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Or he probably just bumped it on the way down, you know. Right, what we got going on? What is up with that toe? Oh, there's some grody toes.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite. Probably
Yeah,
because the
they're
subject's
going black.
shoes were too small.
Ooh, they look sore. No? Okay. Oh, and he's got some frostbite on his fingers.
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite?
Yeah. Now, the toes are because the shoes are too small, but what about the hands? Oh. He had, appendage
Poorly
moved?
healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later. In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we
Bend
get
the
to
photo
that,
board.
I need to write down some basic data.
Okay. Perform the autopsy. Alright, let's go.
Scalpel, scissors, syringe,
Wait, how do I
magnifying
do it?
glass,
I'll
knife.
click on him.
I guess I forgot
Aye.
to clean the knife. Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay.
He was 62.
As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Wait, magnifying glass, where's that? Tools there.
Which spot first? I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell. And this was an accident just
Yeah,
waiting
so
to
he
happen.
went tumbling down.
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Yeah, black.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby
Looks
had been wearing
sore.
shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. It looks like a burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this
Cauterized.
case.
Maybe he got stabbed and cauterized it. Ah, maybe that's what the fire was for.
So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Hello, on the clipboard.
First, I
Clipboard.
marked the location of the injuries and the head wound. Even though this type of wound we're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite. If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of. This is of no interest to us. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list. We still have one thing left from the basics, rigor mortis. Well, we take our deceased by the hand.
Okay. That's what I do. Oh.
Gradually we raise it.
Oh.
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
Wait, so what? Okay. What have I got to do now? Okay.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
Alright. Saw. There we go.
The cut is made from ear to ear. After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull. After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
Oh, look at that though. Is it meant to have a dent?
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
We're going over to a board. Okay.
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Oh, jeez Louise.
So far, so good. The
Juicy.
hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Okay.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Alright.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs. I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Scalpel.
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y.
How do I do it? That.
We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Oh. Apparently I can't cut straight. Okay. Okay. What did I miss? Oh, but there maybe?
Alright.
There we
Now
go.
we peel back and separate the skin.
Okay. One. Two.
Now,
Three.
we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
The Loppers. Jack the Ripper achievement. Nice. Loppers. How do I do that? I go, what, from here?
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway.
Was.
After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So
I swear, if he gets
we
up,
should
I'm
take a
whacking
closer
him with
look at
these
those
loppers.
lungs. We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by smoking sick. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
So he would have died from it anyway? Okay.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples.
Right. Syringe, there.
Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder.
Alright, let's
I'm
get the
interested
eyeball
to see the
first.
concentration of alcohol in the blood. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
And from the groin.
Left on the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Yeah, it means he has problems with numbers. I got it. That one.
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Ha.
Let's get back to the examination.
Oh, centrifuge.
We put all of the samples into the rotor. Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
Time 15 minutes at 70%. Oh. 15 minutes at 70%.
Okay, let's roll.
How do I do it? Oh, there. Whee! It's like one of those fairground rides.
Oh,
They use the
shit.
gravitational tool.
Fuses again. Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration.
What was I doing? That was it.
Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other
Itchy-goes!
elements that stand out as abnormal.
Oh. Owie. Right, one sec.
At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
So I'm guessing then his heart was fine and dandy.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, pink color, and as expected,
Full
the
of
stomach
alcohol.
has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We
Okay.
will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Might want to do it in a bowl, just in case.
We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Ah! This is harder than it looks. Ooh.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
Oh. Why are we woozy? Oh.
Ugh, my head. Oh, I can't think straight. Pills. Where are my pills?
Shh. Really, dude, we've had our hands in that guy. We're using the same blooming gloves. Really? Look, why don't we keep this stuff in our pockets? Oh. That's what we're doing.
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation. Could
That's
it?
what I thought,
I'll
because
add
of all
this
the
to
bubbles.
list and move on to the deceased's
Got
neck.
drowned. Maybe he was forced to drink the alcohol.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This
But what's
time
that
we'll cut on a
line in
tray.
it there?
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
So he did. He sort of drowned. Kinda.
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Yeah, so he was right. He did drown.
Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
See, I knew it. Well, it's okay. It was an accident.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature. The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
There you go. We signed it.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Plop. Plop.
And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Whee! It's very quick, isn't it? Meow.
Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey. God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Hit your car in the parking lot. Let's go.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like trekking along today.
Alright then guys, we're gonna leave this video here. I hope you're enjoying. If you are, hit that like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, thanks for watching, and we shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.